There is a guy you know right now. He looks completely average. He is not rich, not famous, and not going viral. He sits on his couch every night after work, and for 3 hours, he stares blankly at a glowing rectangle. He is not smiling. He is not laughing. He is swiping his thumb like a lab rat pressing a lever for a food pellet. We are going to call this guy Ryan. Ryan thinks he is relaxing. He calls it unwinding after a long day. But Ryan is lying to himself. He is not consuming entertainment. He is pulling a digital slot machine. Every time he swipes up, his brain throws the dice. He is hoping the next 7-second clip will deliver a hit of cheap dopamine. Most of the time, it does not. So he swipes again and again. He is trapped in a behavioral loop designed by billionaires. They built this casino to keep his eyes glued to the screen, and while he sits in a trance, his actual life passes him by. True rest restores your energy. This slot machine drains it. Ryan closes the app at midnight, feeling exhausted and hollow. He is angry at himself because he still has not done the work he promised he would do. One night, Ryan looked at his screen time report. It said 4 hours and 12 minutes. He did the math. That is 29 hours a week. That is a part-time job spent watching strangers dance and argue. He realized the app is not free. He was paying for it with his lifespan. He was trading his non-renewable time to make a tech company slightly wealthier. The casino always wins because people like Ryan refuse to walk away from the table. That night, Ryan decided to disappear from the casino. He did not delete his accounts and make a grand announcement. He just started following a few brutal principles to reclaim his brain. The first principle Ryan followed was creating physical friction. He knew his willpower was completely useless against a billion-dollar algorithm. So he stopped relying on willpower. He bought a physical alarm clock. He plugged his phone charger into an outlet in the kitchen. When he went to bed, the slot machine stayed in another room. If he wanted to scroll in the morning, he had to physically stand up and walk to the kitchen. That 10-second walk was enough friction to break the automatic reflex. The second principle Ryan followed was sitting with the withdrawal. The first week was pure psychological agony. Without the constant stimulation, his brain panicked. He would sit at his desk to work and his hand would automatically twitch toward his empty pocket. He craved the easy dopamine. He felt a deep, uncomfortable boredom. But Ryan learned something critical. Boredom is not a disease you need to cure with a screen. Boredom is the gateway to deep focus. Whenever the urge hit, he set a timer for 5 minutes. He just sat there and stared at the wall. He let the discomfort wash over him until the panic faded. He was retraining his nervous system to survive silence. The third principle Ryan followed was production over consumption. Ryan realized he was a professional consumer. He consumed advice, entertainment, and drama. He decided to flip the ratio. For every 1 hour of consumption, he demanded 2 hours of production from himself. It did not matter if he was writing terrible code or making bad videos. He forced himself to be the creator instead of the audience. At first, producing felt incredibly difficult. The dopamine reward was delayed. There were no flashing colors or instant likes. But after a month, a deeper satisfaction started to replace the cheap thrills. He was building evidence that he was not just a spectator in his own life. The fourth principle Ryan followed was ignoring the illusion of missing out. His brain tried to trick him into coming back. It told him he was missing cultural moments. It told him he would not get the jokes his friends were making. But Ryan realized that none of that digital noise actually mattered. Knowing the latest internet trend does not pay your rent. It does not build your physique. It does not make you a better person. It just keeps you distracted while other people build their empires. Ryan accepted that he would be out of the loop. He traded being relevant on the internet for being dangerous in the real world. The fifth principle Ryan followed was compounding his recovered time. Ryan had reclaimed 4 hours a day. That is over 1,000 hours a year. He poured those hours into a single difficult skill. The progress was agonizingly slow at first. It was not as exciting as watching a perfectly edited viral video, but Ryan remembered that explosive growth requires a long, boring baseline. He stacked the boring days one by one. Fast forward 2 years. Ryan does not look like the guy on the couch anymore. He has built a profitable side business. He has a sharp attention span. He can sit in a quiet room and focus for 3 hours without twitching. People ask him what his secret is. He just tells them he stopped going to the casino. You are not a passenger in this machine. You have hands and you can close the app. Step out of the casino, put the phone down, and go do something difficult.